Oh man, oh man. Yeah. I believe that. Shout out to divine God Allah. He said the reasons white Spaniards are indoctrinated Latinos to hate blacks is because the Spanish was upset with the Moors. That's a fact. The Spanish was upset with the Moors, so they trained Latinos to hate black people all across Latin America. That was a part of their indoctrination. You know, the Spanish put that on them. The Spanish indoctrinated them to have this anti-black mindset, or you can say anti-black beliefs. So that is pretty accurate right there. I've studied Spaniards for a long time and how they train Latinos to feel a certain way about blacks. And you can trace that all the way back to the Moors, like you said, because the Moors conquered Spain for centuries. So that's why the Spaniards had a deep hatred, you know what I mean, for melanated people like that. That's a fact. I've studied this for a long time and I came to that same understanding. Now, if you study Spanish culture and you're being honest, you're going to come up with the same answer. That's just the reality of it, you know. But shout out to everybody, man. Happy New Year's, man. We're going to start this new year off with a bang with some brand new content, man. Straight commando. Happy New Year's, though, man. It's a new year, but to me, it's just another day, man. Like I don't make resolutions. I listen, homie. I strive to get better every day. I'm not the type of person that's gonna wait to the new year to say I'm gonna do better. I try to do better every day. Every day, I'm trying to improve something. So I'm not one of these people who gotta wait for a whole new year just to do better, just to get disciplined. Because you got a lot of people that say, "Well, this year I'm gonna." Well, how come you weren't doing it last year? Why do you have to wait for a whole new year to come before you start doing better for yourself? And not just myself. We should all strive to be better, to get better every day, every week, every month. Why wait for a whole nother year to come before you decide to do better? That's crazy. you know? But anyway, man, that's some small talk for you guys, man. Tap on in. We're gonna get this conversation rolling, man. I appreciate you all for being loyal supporters of my channel and my content as well. So yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my people in the comments. Now, Sporty Face spoke on this issue on No Jumper, right? And in my honest opinion, I believe it's just time to let it go. I believe it's just time to let it go. Lucky said what he said. He apologized for it. And the black community, we said what we needed to say or what we wanted to say, or maybe a mixture of both. Um, Lucky's not going to meet up with Sporty Face for a fade. It's like, for what? He has nothing to gain by doing that. If anything, he has a lot to lose. Like if he gets embarrassed, then that's going to be a stain on his name and reputation. So I don't think Lucky is going to meet up with Sporty Face for no fade. I highly doubt that. Now I'm not saying that Lucky is scared. I don't know Lucky like that, but I'm just giving you what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to meet up for a fade. One thing that a gangbanger or a gang member don't want to do, his biggest fear is being embarrassed or getting embarrassed. This is why so many guys have pulled out guns in fist fights because they don't want to get embarrassed. They don't want to feel like somebody got the upper hand. So I've seen a lot of guys lose their life after a fist fight. Seriously, after a fist fight. So I highly doubt that Lucky's gonna meet up for a fade with Sporty Face. I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. When you got everything to lose and nothing to gain, is like, why engage in that? You know what I'm saying? Sporty Face is and let's get into it, man. We got 90 some people up in here, man. And we in the building first thing in the morning. I don't really use Facebook like that. Like I'm rarely on Facebook or Instagram. Some of those pages been hacked. So I don't really use those. I don't use my Instagram has been, kind of down for a minute. I don't really mess with it at all. But anyway, man, I appreciate you all for tapping on in. And we with the business. Now, No Jumper and Sporty Face brought up the whole Lucky from Hoodstock situation. Let's see how it goes.
Race war for acknowledging that was. We talked about the clip of Lucky from Hoodstocks where he affectionately referred to Blueface, or not so much to Blueface, but he said African booty scratchers on this podcast. We talked about it for a couple minutes on here. People accused me of basically trying to incite a race war for acknowledging that was kind of offensive. And then a bunch of other people ended up jumping in. Spoety Face was particularly not feeling it, challenged him to a fade. Lucky informed him that there would not be a fade, that he was not on that if you wanted to, you could run up on him, etc. But he basically said, nah, I ain't giving you this fade that you're requesting. Then Lucky that weekend had like an event in Whittier. I'm not sure what kind of event it was, but it was some sort of meet and greet or whatever. He was posted up at the store all week. And so then there's this clip that came out just the other day, and this was the same meet and greet where he ended up issuing his apology. But if we throw on our headphones, we can actually hear,
I gotta hear this.
what was said.
So Daddy said you could catch a fair one?
So he refused a fair one, but then in this clip...
No, I know he refused it. Did he issue an apology? So that
Somebody said Sonny learned how to use a radiator. I mean, Sonny learned how to make a grilled cheese on a radiator in prison. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. I mean, Sonny should stick to, gang Vardio stories and what happened in prison or the county jail. Sonny ain't got no business talking about history. I mean, he just ain't got no business talking about history. People trying to say the Black Seminoles wasn't that. There was no such thing as a Black Seminole before the FBA went to Florida, before the runaway FBA slaves went to Florida and blended their cultures and traditions with the Seminoles that were there. So they came together and created the Black Seminoles. So the Black Seminoles is a mixture of foundational Black Americans and a native tribe, which were called the Seminoles. And who were the Seminoles? The Seminoles was a bunch of runaway natives who went to Florida for protection to get away from the British colony. So Black Seminoles are literally Native Americans and Blacks who came together and created a tribe. They intermarried, they had children together, they created their own culture. Right? The Black people in the Black Seminoles are nothing but runaway slaves who are foundational Black Americans who left Georgia, who left South Carolina to seek refuge in Florida. Some people are just too ignorant for the conversation. Like I said, Sonny, you need to stick to Vardio warfare and prison stories, man, because when it comes to history, you know absolutely nothing. Don't embarrass yourself, Sonny. Stick to prison stories and Vardio and Vardio wars. Those conversations are right up your alley. Conversations about history goes way over your head. I'm just saying. Hit the like button, man.
Basically said, nah, I ain't giving you this fade that you're requesting. Then Lucky that weekend had like an event in Whittier. I'm not sure what kind of event it was, but it was some sort of meet and greet or whatever. He was posted up at the store all week. And so then there's this clip that came out just the other day, and this was the same meet and greet where he ended up issuing his apology. But if we throw on our headphones, we can actually hear,
I gotta hear this.
what was said.
So Daddy said you could catch a fair one?
So he refused the fair one, but then in this clip,
I know he refused it. Did he issue an apology? So that I'm saying he said he could catch one?
so he did issue the apology for anybody who had their feelings hurt by the racial comments or whatever. But then this, to me, was really something else.
There's people saying they're gonna take my head. I gotta even the playing field.
Here you go, right here. Now, Lucky said that people were sending threats saying that they were going to take his head. And so he said to equal the playing field. Well, I got to disagree with you on that, Lucky, because Sporty Face was talking about going to a neutral ground. Sporty Face never said come to his hood or come to a place where him and his homies are going to be posted at. He never said that. He said we could both come together. We can pick a neutral place and do it in the ring. And it can be all legal. Nobody gets hurt. People who ain't got nothing to do, people who has nothing to do with it ain't got to get involved. Nobody got to run the risk of going to jail for defending their homeboy. Let's get in the ring and do it the legal way. Right? That's what Sporty Face said. Sporty Face never said that he was going to run up on you in the streets and do anything to you, or he wanted to catch you in traffic. He never said that. So let's set the record straight. Sporty Face said, let's hop in the ring and do it the legitimate way. And that's how we could settle the score. Now, I'm not saying that Lucky has to take Sporty up on his offer, because Lucky is his own man. You know, if he don't want to fight somebody, he don't have to fight nobody. He's not obligated to do so. What I'm saying is, matter of fact, I'm gonna let Lucky go ahead and tell him what it is, Lucky.
So Daddy said you could catch a fair one?
So he refused the fair one, but then in this clip,
I know he refused it. Did he issue an apology? So that I'm saying he said he could catch one?
so he did issue the apology for anybody who had their feelings hurt by the
A neutral place in the ring. Why would Sporty Face pull up to Whittier at Lucky's event? It made no sense for him to do that. Let's say if Sporty Face pulled up to Whittier and started beating the brakes off of Lucky. You think his homeboys gonna sit there and do nothing? They already said Sporty Face don't deserve a fair fade. So if Lucky homeboy said that Sporty Face don't deserve a fair fade, Sporty Face pulled up to Whittier, start beating the brakes off of Lucky. Do you really think his homeboys just gonna sit there and do nothing? Come on, man, use common sense. That's why Sporty Face said, you know what? Because Sporty Face got vision. He's like, nah, if we meet up on the streets, other people gonna get involved. That has the potential to get real ugly. People might get hurt, go to prison, and we're trying to avoid all of that. Sporty Face just got out of prison, so why would he put himself in a position to get hurt or to go back to prison? That's why Sporty Face said we can do it in the ring, and we can do it the legal way. Let's get in the ring and do it. Nobody gets involved. That's the offer that Sporty Face gave. Sporty Face ain't said nothing about meeting up in the streets or catching nobody slipping.
So he refused the fair one, but then in this clip,
I know he refused it. Did he issue an apology? So that I'm saying he said he could catch one?
so he did issue the apology for anybody who had their feelings hurt by the racial comments or whatever. But then this, to me, was really something else.
There's people saying they're gonna take my head. I gotta even the playing field. But all the boys knew that if that one individual that called me out on that pulled up, I told all my boys that he was gonna get a fair fight, bro. If that brother had the whoop-de-woo, whatever you want to call it, the pull up, I told all my boys that he would get a fair fight. That's on my kids, bro. That I told all my boys that. Big dogs right there, I told them all that. And they said, and some of them said, nah, he don't deserve a fair fight. And I said, he gonna get a fair fight. Straight up, he gonna get a fair fight. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Bro, these niggas.
He can pull up right now. He gonna get a fair fight. You know what I mean?
These niggas be busters in real life.
And
Let me say this, Lucky. Sporty Face is not gonna pull up to your studio, or he's not gonna pull up to your event. That would be stupid. You know what I mean? That's giving you the advantage, pulling up to your studio or pulling up to your event. Why would somebody do that? You know. And listen, I'm not even saying that they need to catch a fade. If you ask me, We need to just dead the situation. Just dead the situation. You said what you said. They said what they said. And we can move past it. You know what I mean? Pulling up for a fade now is just like, I don't see that happening. And I'm not saying that I want to see it happen. I'm just saying, I'm just making content.
What do you mean his
When
boys?
your heart's not straight up get a fair fight. That's how my kids, bro, that I told all my boys that. The big dogs right there, I told them all that. And they said, and some of them said, nah, he don't deserve a fair fight. And I said, he gonna get a fair fight. Straight up. He gonna get a fair fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, these niggas,
He can pull up right now. He gonna get a fair fight. You know what I mean?
these niggas be busters in real life.
And it's
What do you
hard to
mean
fight
his
someone when your
boys?
heart's not really in it.
tell you
You know what I mean? But I will do it.
You're fighting because you're a racist. It's
Yeah, like I don't like the.
just to prove a point.
I just don't. I just don't like. We let's paint a different scenario. You know what I mean? Like you're the racist,
So my thing is,
but I
what
can
if-
be really full hearted into it. You know what I mean? Like the tables are turned. Oh yeah. The truth comes out. Huh?
Yeah, I said that. Lucky apologized. Lucky said, listen, he didn't want to offend the black community. He said, moving forward, we're going to do better and pick our words wisely. So it is what it is. I'm willing to move forward, but then again, it's a sporty face. You know, I don't know, man. I'm just giving my opinion on this. At this point, I don't really see the purpose of meeting up for a fade. It's over with. Lucky said, hey, man, it's good. But why would Lucky say if he pull up now, I'll give him a fair fade? Lucky should have just left that alone. But I get it. Lucky don't want to look like a punk. So that's why he said, well, if he pull up for a fade now, he can have a fair one. There was no really, I can't say that, but then, you know, Lucky's a grown man. But when Lucky said that, it made it seem like he was just saying, I'm not no punk. I will give him a fair one. But overall, Lucky did apologize to the community. He said, listen, man, this ain't worth it. We're trying to get money. And let's move forward. Moving forward, I'll choose my words a whole lot. I'll choose my words wisely. You know. So I don't know, man. Give me y'all thoughts in the comment section. Should they dead this and say, all right, it's over, let's move on? Or should they meet up for a fade? Give me y'all honest opinion in the comments. Give me your thoughts.
Well, no, like you know, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe I'm not the racist. Maybe you're the racist. The rapist. What?
The racist. That's what I thought I heard too.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
No, I mean, he mispronounced some shit.
That was
I do it a lot. He mispronounced some shit.
So I want to accept, like, okay, I thought it was dope that Lucky issued the apology and everything. I thought that was good. But this to me is kind of funny because it's like he publicly declared, no, I will not be giving you a fight. But then retroactively after the event is over,
He says Sporty Face ban DC Baby Dracos. Sporty Face can't ban nobody. See, when people say, oh man, you can't come to LA, man, nobody ain't got that type of power. You ain't got that type of power to ban nobody from a city. You might be able to ban somebody from your block because you got a bunch of guys backing you up. You might be able to do that, but can Sporty Face ban DC Draco? No, he can't. He don't have the power to ban DC Draco. He don't. None of us have the power to ban an individual from a city unless you got a whole army just that's supporting you. And anybody can be tough when you got a whole army backing you up. It don't take a lot of cojones to be bold or brave when you got a whole army or an organization that's backing you up. Anybody could do that. I've seen a lot of cowards hide behind their gangs. I've seen a lot of cowards hide behind their organizations. Come on, man. But nah, Sporty Face don't have the power to ban DC Baby Draco.
says, well, if you did pull up, I would have given you a fair fight, even though everybody that I was with didn't want to give you a fair fight. And let's be real, if the fight went in a way where you were not doing too good, I'm pretty sure that the fact that you told everybody to stay out of it would have got quickly overrided and would have been jumping in.
Let me can I ask a question for you talk?
Go ahead.
Oh, absolutely.
So when you heard the apology, like, you know what I'm saying, how did you feel about it? Like, did you feel it was sincere, or was you still like, I need a fade? Like, yeah, all right, whatever, the apology, cool, but I still need a fade.
The initial one, everybody kept tagging me in when he was. I guess he was at his. It was like a pop up or whatever it is.
You had to hold out.
Yeah, I didn't.
Hey, you know what, Bam Bam? you grew up kind of like in the same area that I did, bro. Hey, I remember this. I remember this crew back in the 90s. They used to hit up FMA. I believe it was Famous Mexican Artists. This is back in the 90s. And then like on Washington and Manhattan, right by Food for Less, you had DK. It was called DKA. DKA, they used to hang out on Manhattan, right there, in between Washington and 18th Street, right by Food for Less. You know, they was like some taggers, but they was like tag bangers. It was called DKA. And then I remember then it was called what? FMA, Famous Mexican Artist. This was in the 90s. I'm talking about 94, 95, 93, maybe even 96, around that time. But I remember them crews right over there, man. Come on, man. Yeah.
I didn't hear no apology, so I didn't feel no type of. I just looked at it like, oh, this not even an apology.
Yeah, I remember FMA, man. I had a homeboy named Oscar that was from FBA. What's his name? Oscar. Yeah, he was from FMA. We went to 24th Street School together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, come on, man.
But they sent me something else that he apologized, like, man, you know what, it's kind of getting out of hand, da 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 da. That I respect him for.
I remember FMA, man. Like I say, I went to 24th Street School, man. I remember FMA back in the 90s. For sure. Much love, bro.
Because
didn't he have? I'm saying he had all his people on that one.
No. He didn't really apologize on that.
Yeah.
So they sent me something else. So one of the other clips that he didn't apologize. He like, and his boys in the background like, nah, F that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. He like, nah, fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he got some advice or his sponsorship or whatever the case. He's like, man, that's a bad look. Whatever the reason why he apologized, you know what I'm saying? And I respect him for that because he had backlash on his people like, nigga, nah, we not doing that. You know what I mean? They was trying to stand on what was wrong. So I apologize. I mean, I respect him for that in that aspect. But what I don't respect is he trying to change the narrative. So
I went to Mount Vernon too, bro. I went to 24th Street School. I went to Mount Vernon, but then I went to P.O. Pico. I went to P.O. Pico in Arlington and Pico too. Then I went to L.A. High for a minute. I went to L.A. High for a minute too. Then I went to Hollywood for a minute. I went to Hollywood High for a second too. But yeah.
If you notice me, I like when I initial came out, I said, look, we not making this a game thing. We not making this a race thing or anything like that. This is me to you. You kind of like a big guy. I'm a big guy. I see you be doing the fighting. I'm training. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You hold it down. You hold it down for the Rasa. I'll hold it down for the Umadugus. You feel me, or whatever you want to call it.
What was that?
Yeah. Dugus, man.
I'm just not even familiar with that. What was that?
That's African, you know what I'm saying?
Swahili.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Santesh Kitu, all that stuff.
Oh, that's the Kiwi language. Got it.
So we hold it down for the blacks or whatever the case is. But I didn't want it. I wanted it in control environment because I knew this would happen. You know, a lot of their politics, they're not gonna allow us to just really catch no head up like that anyway. So that's why I wanted it regulated. You get what I'm saying? Like we could put it on however you want to do it. So he tried to turn it around, and I got the clip late because I don't be following him. I never knew who dude was or whatever the case is, but I see he got a following. I do see he got a following, so I'm not gonna make it seem like he's a nobody. But I just wasn't familiar with him. But when he said, "Oh, we having a pop up in Whittier," like first and foremost, if you from the LA area, when you tell a black person Whittier, the first thing we say, "Oh shit, that's all mess."
That's sad.
Ain't no blacks around there. So like first. That's a red flag
The
right
only
there.
time I go to Whittier is my daddy grave.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You already know. You already know that the cemetery. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a red flag. And then he like, oh, come here, come there. It's like, oh, he trying to have a playing field all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if something happened, you know what I mean? He could legally, like, you feel me? They came over here. I'm like, oh, that's a play, bro.
That is true because if Sporty Face would have pulled up the Whittier and something happened, he could easily claim self-defense. He can say, hey, man, this guy pulled up to my event looking for problems. So now Hood Stocks will be in a position to claim self-defense because he could easily say, this is my event. This guy pulled up to my event looking for problems. And he would be correct if he said that. If he used that angle, he would be correct. because technically that is his event. You're not invited. You decided to pull up looking for problems. So that would have been a bad situation for Sporty Face pulling up to Whittier. And let's take it a step further. There's no blacks in Whittier. There's no black gangs in Whittier. You don't have a sizable black population in Whittier. So pulling up to Whittier at another man's event looking for problems would be stupid. That would be dumb.
Like, you feel me? So my people's like, everybody like, nah, bro, that's out. Like, we ain't doing that. Like, if he want to come over here, we can do it over here. I'm like, bro, he not gonna come over here. Clearly, they're not gonna let him fight. So when I seen the video come out, and I seen 300, you know what I'm saying, essays.
Tony Espinosa, get your troll ass out of my comment section. You're a nobody. You're a nobody ass troll in the comment section. This is the last time I'm gonna address you. Get a life and find something to do, Vato. Get a life and find something to do, Vato. Seriously. Maybe you ought to go pay your big homie some taxes that's in prison. Get out there and go make sure that you pay your homeboys some taxes that's in prison, man. It's the first of the year. I'm pretty sure they need you to send them some money. Get your trolling ass out of my comment section, boy.
He said, we got the homies from LA, got the homies from both. I said, oh, I knew it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We already knew what time it was.
Right.
They was telling me to come up. Had I pull up, I wasn't gonna get a fair one. I would have gave him a fair. He could have came.
Exactly.
Got a fair one. He could have came. We could do it right here. Like I said,
but we all know, like, in fairness, like fairness and like realness.
Yeah.
It's gonna be uncomfortable. It'll have to be a neutral, because like regardless, like, and we know we gonna stand on firm facts as who we are. Like, you would have gave him that fair one, and I mean, and let's just like hypothetically say that he was gonna give you a fair one, you know, because he didn't even have to put it out there that some of his homies were saying that you didn't deserve one. But why wouldn't I
because
deserve
I'm
one?
Black.
And that's what I don't. That's what
I'm black. Again, it's exposed to the racism
Exactly.
amongst their people against our people. Because who are you? Like, I didn't
It could be because you black, but at the same time, even if you was Mexican, I don't know, man. I can't say. But pulling up to somebody's event looking for a fair fade is just dumb. You know what I mean? That would be brainless right there. You know what I mean? Let's say Sporty Face pulled up, he starts getting the best out of Lucky. Do you really think his homeboys is going to sit there and let Lucky get dog walk? Absolutely not. They're not going to let that happen. Now, Sporty Face just put himself in a bad position because you pulled up to somebody's event in Whittier. There's no blacks in Whittier. There's a bunch of vatos up there posted up. That would have been a bad situation for Sporty if he pulled up. Just makes no sense to do that.
Respect that man. Not one time. I never called him out his name. I never disrespect. I shot out his hood, his homies, and all that. I just what makes me not deserving of a fair fight.
And that's what I don't understand.
Because of the color of my skin, bro.
That's what I don't understand. That he kept saying, like,
I never said that the Aztecs were FBA. Never said that. Right? You got not all black people. Jamaicans are not FBA. Africans are not FBA, but they're still black. You know what I mean? You got blacks in Europe. They're not FBA though. There's different tribes of black people. There's just like there's different tribes of natives. I never said that the Aztecs were FBA. I never said that.
like my homies kept saying he can't pull up. My homie, what he thought you was gonna pull up by yourself? You pulling up with your homies too. So it's like,
to be honest,
let's take it back. We're getting a little sidetracked. Well, being black could add fire to the fuel to the fire, should I say? You know, that's always a possibility, especially when you're dealing with gangs and people with egos. And yeah,
you would have gave him that fair one, and I mean, and let's just like hypothetically say that he was gonna give you a fair one, you know, because he didn't even have to put it out there that some of his homies were saying that you didn't deserve one. But why wouldn't I
because
deserve
I'm
one?
Black.
and that's what I don't. That's what
I'm black. Again, it's exposed to the racism
Exactly.
amongst their people against our people. Because who are you? Like, I didn't disrespect that man not one time. I never called him out his name. I never disrespect. I shot out his hood, his homies, and all that. I just what makes me not deserving of a fair fight.
And that's what I don't
Only
understand.
because of the color of my skin, bro.
That's what I don't understand. That he kept saying, like, my homies kept saying he can't pull up. My homie, what he thought you was gonna pull up by yourself? You pulling up with your homies too. So it's like,
to be honest,
They all sound like cowards to me, man. I just don't like that shit.
Had I known that I was gonna get a fair one, which I knew I wasn't.
You wasn't.
Myself. Listen, bro, I walk through these streets. If anybody know me in LA, bro, I'm by myself.
Right.
I'm by myself.
Anytime you pull up and there's gangbangers from opposing sides, people are gonna jump in, especially if their homeboys getting dog wop, boo bopped, and mollywop. Anytime gang members or gang bangers meet up in the streets and there's an altercation between both sides, other people will get involved. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to prison. So, to avoid all of that, the right thing to do is say, okay, let's get in the ring. But like I said, Lucky's not obligated to get in the ring if he don't want to. This is what I'm going to tell you guys nowadays. It's rare that somebody pulls up to catch a fair fade, and we already know that fair fades turn into gunplay. I've seen fair fades turn into gunplay. After the gunplay, somebody's hurt, somebody loses their life, somebody goes to the penitentiary. It's the same old story. So to avoid all of that, I believe it's just best to dead the conversation and move on. Lucky said, my bad. I didn't mean to offend anybody. My bad. Sporty Face proved that he'll catch a fade with anybody. He's willing to stand on business. Lucky said if he did pull up, he would have gave him a fair fade. Okay, leave it at that. But I do understand his content. See, when Lucky responded to that on his podcast, he gave no jumper the ammunition to create content. Just by saying, well, if Sporty pulled up, I would have gave him a fair fade. Now we're going to get more people making videos, and I'm making a live stream about this. So I can't point the finger at anybody else who makes content about this. But one thing that I'm not doing is instigating. That's what I'm not doing. I'm just creating content, speaking on things from my perspective.
What makes me not deserving of a fair fight?
And that's what I don't understand.
Because of the color of my skin, bro.
That's what I don't understand. He kept saying, like, my homies kept saying he can't pull up. My homie, what he thought you was gonna pull up by yourself? You pulling up with the homies too. So it's like,
to be honest,
they all sound like cowards to me, man. I just don't like that shit.
Had I known that I was gonna get a fair one, which I knew I wasn't.
You wasn't.
Myself. Listen, bro, I walk through these streets. If anybody know me in LA, bro, I'm by myself.
Right.
I'm by myself, bro. No, I'm solo by my car. When I hop out, everybody see me. I'm by myself all the time. I'm on deck, but I'm by myself.
I know somebody who could set it up to where like it'd be fair.
I mean, get it done. Get it done.
Hey, the guy to the
I say let it go, man. Me personally, I say let it go. Lucky said, my bad. He showed respect to the community. He said, I won't say anything like that again to offend anyone. My bad. I apologize. Let's move forward, because dragging this situation out, I don't see the benefit in dragging this situation out unless you're just using this for content to make money. Then I could see it from that angle. But when you get to talking about pulling up and there's gang members involved from opposing sides, that could always lead to bigger things where people get hurt, people go to prison, and we don't want none of that to happen. I'm just saying, because like I said before, and I said again, when gang members from opposing sides meet up for a fair fade, I seen fair fades turn into gunplay. After the gunplay, somebody gets unalive, somebody gets hurt, somebody goes to prison, somebody ends up in the penitentiary. Now, when you think about it, you will say, well, damn, man, we could have avoided all this stuff. What was this really about over some words? Damn, man, we could have deaded this a long time ago. So in 2026, when you live life, man, life is a thinking man's game. Life is a thinking man's game. You got to have your thinking cap on all day, every day for survival. But like I said, I believe when Lucky did the video, when he did the podcast, and I would have gave him a fair fade, that opened the door for more people to create content about it instead of just letting the whole situation go. But I get it. I know why Lucky said that. Lucky said it because he didn't want to look like no punk. That's why he said, man, I would have gave him the fair fade. Lucky didn't want to look like he was soft. But while doing that, that also opened the door for Sporty Face to respond and do more commentary on it. So it kind of just opened that whole door. Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
Get her done.
If Lucky really want that fair one, I know somebody who can set that fair one up.
Meet me in MacArthur Park.
I know a man who can make that happen.
Get her done.
Plus, you got that juice?
100%.
You got that juice.
He's the Don King of MacArthur Park.
I've had multiple people come by and like run fades over there, and in Lafayette Park too, right down the street.
Yes, you orchestrate.
You know who I was talking about.
Okay. Unless like you got me fucked
you know,
up.
Listen, though, he also said the MMA stuff is out. He said, I guess I said
Because that's what you wanted originally was the MMA fight.
I got gloves in my truck.
And my feet on them, but he said that's all. I guess they ain't gonna let me put my feet on them. You know what I'm saying? But I'll put these hands on them.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, like
because we wouldn't allow him to put feet on you. So
yeah,
that would have been weird. They wear boots.
That's why I said in a regulated and controlled setting.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That take the politics out of it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But if he want bare knuckle, we could backyard however you want. We don't have to have no boxing gloves on or nothing. We could do it. I'm not tripping, bro. However you want it, that's set it up, bro. So that's easy call. That's easy call. Right
After
Lucky's not gonna meet up. He's not gonna catch a fade with you in the ring. I don't like that's not gonna benefit Lucky. I don't see Lucky getting in the ring with Sporty now. For some reason, Sporty wants to get in the ring, but I don't think Lucky wants to get in the ring. This right here is a dead issue. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Because if Lucky agrees to get in the ring with Sporty and he gets mollywopped, then that's a stain on his name. And Lucky don't want to get embarrassed publicly. He don't want to get embarrassed publicly by hopping in the ring with not just Sporty, with anybody that might be a threat physically to him. I don't see Lucky pulling up to hop in no ring. I'm not saying that he's a punk. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't think Lucky's gonna take the bait. I highly doubt it. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it.
After the apology, did you notice like how did you notice like the community reacting, like all the different, not community, like the pages, all the different pages in the Rasa sphere, all the different, were they like, how did they cover like you after that? Did they make it, do you feel like they were kind of trying to portray it like you turned down the fade or?
Yeah, of course. Heck yeah, you know they gonna spin a narrative like, oh, I didn't pull up to where it's like why that don't even make sense. But of course they try to, that's their media, so they gonna get behind their people. But what I will say, it wasn't all of them. Shout out to it was even essays, man. Shout out to them, man. Southern California Mexicans, a lot of them reached out to me like, man, Spoety, we not racist, just not everybody, but it's certain individuals. Not only that dude, he's not even Rasa.
Oh,
well, Lucky is, I mean, from my understanding now, to the Raza, the Chicano community, you can correct me if I'm wrong. People said that Lucky is half Mexican and half European, Russian or Jew, I don't know, but I heard he's half Mexican, right? So if he's half Mexican, then that makes him Raza. And when you think about the fact that he's from a South Side of Mexican gang, then that makes him Raza. I got to be 100. But I did see people trying to spin the narrative and say, oh, Sporty, he didn't pull up. Why would Sporty pull up to somebody's event in Whittier? There's no blacks in Whittier. Lucky would have home court advantage if you pulled up to Whittier and he got all his homeboys out there. That makes no sense, pulling up to somebody's event expecting a fair fight. That's dumb. That's just dumb. It doesn't make any sense. But of course, I seen people trying to spin and there, Sporty should have pulled up. Sporty should have pulled up. Some people lack critical thinking skills. Some people lack common sense. But they're gonna use it for content, regardless if it makes sense or not. Shout out to Ryder Prophet for blessing the Cash App.
Man, Spoety, we not racist, just not everybody, but it's certain individuals. Not only that dude, he's not even Rasa.
Right, he's a Southsider. Right, that's exactly what I'm saying. He's a Southsider, so that makes him Rasa. So regardless if he's whatever, from my understanding, the man is half Mexican and he's from a Mexican gang, so that alone makes him Rasa.
Oh,
this is a fact. All of my DMs, they're like, man, dude is Russian. He's just from the South Side of gang. So a lot of the homies is behind him because of that. But he's that dude. He's a racist, and a lot of the homies don't even like him for the for the things that they did. But so I'm not gonna say all the Hispanics are. All the essays. The Southern California was on the side or trying to spit in there because a lot of them were showing me love. Like, bro, we beat that fool up. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. we would too. So man, shout out to them, man.
Lush, when you ask him about the apology. What are you talking about? Because we was sent because he made. Remember, you were on the show where he made the announcement to take a fade with the fool.
Well, yeah,
so
that was the initial.
Right, but then we started getting all of these DMs like, look, whatever, Hood Stocks issue out apology, and I only seen this one video with him standing outside and it's a bunch of people behind him, and I didn't hear not one apology. I didn't hear him bring up blacks, and I spoke on behalf of us. I said, on behalf of the Realest Podcast, we will politely decline this apology because I didn't hear one.
Not the initial. He did
a different one. Okay.
He kind of just like walked back the initial statement that he made and was like, you know what, this wasn't intended to be racist. I was just joking around. Blah, blah, blah. Like I wasn't.
I feel you, bro. You said Southsiders don't represent you. I get it, but Southsiders are Chicanos, though. But I get it. I understand there's two different cultures. Just like black people say gangbangers don't represent black people, even though these gang members are black people. But civilized, hardworking black people don't want to be thrown in the same label or thrown in the same category as a black gangbanger. Hardworking blacks want to separate themselves from black gang members, just like hardworking Chicanos want to separate themselves from Southsiders. It's the same thing, man. It's really the same thing.
Trying to offend people for real, and I think he even said,
this is the one I responded to.
Let's do a formal review here.
He said that he should have directed at an individual.
We might have been exaggerating saying that there was 200 or 300 people.
They're like 40 people.
I want to hear the
for a person that's trying to give you a head of fade, did I look like he?
I want to hear the apology.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
He said Lush look like Dubs. I can see why you would say that. I see the resemblance.
The optics of that is like that is like a little bit deep for wanting your head up. But I don't think that I do think he was trying to be genuine, but it do look crazy.
Hey, we got enough adversity on the streets. This pop-up right here has been peaceful and it's been successful. And I thank God.
Now, why would Sporty Face pull up to this right here? Why would he pull up to this pop-up in Whittier and you got all these essays out there? That would have been dumb. Oh, that would have been done for Sporty Face. I'm gonna take it back from the top. You really think Sporty Face gonna pull up to his event? You got all them vatos out there. People already said, nah, Lucky Sporty don't deserve no fair fade. Sporty Face pulls up, all those vatos out there. He starts beating the brakes off of Lucky. You think his homies just gonna sit back and let Sporty beat the brakes off of Lucky? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It do look crazy.
Hey, we got enough adversity on the streets. This pop-up.
Be genuine. Like that is like a little bit deep for wanting your head up. But I don't think that I do think he was trying to be genuine, but it do look crazy.
Hey, we got enough adversity on the streets. This pop-up right here has been peaceful and it's been successful. And I thank God for that right there. You know what? There's too much going on in the streets for us to be going at it with each other over stupidity. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hold myself accountable for my. Hold yourselves accountable for your. And let's move forward.
But he never even mentioned who.
Love and respect to everybody, all the supporters. I love you guys, man. It's the holidays. Let's take care of our family. Let's worry about our family. Let's think about what we're gonna do next year. You know what I mean? To pick each other up instead of drag each other down. Shout out to all my dogs right here from Orange County to LA. You already know right here, baby. This is Hood Stocks right here.
See, this is what I was talking about.
That is kind of, he didn't really apologize.
That's not an apology.
He said, I'm going to hold myself accountable.
Right, and he never mentioned who he's talking about. So he could be talking about the Asians. He never said.
Hey, Bam Bam, you've been on Dub's head, man. I saw some of your videos, Bam Bam. You've been on Dub's head over there. You've been on Dub's Helmito. I seen them videos you did on Dubs, man. I watched a few of them too. I didn't even know that Dubs was SNY, man. I thought Dubs was a mainline. I thought Dubs was a mainline guy. And then I seen some of your videos and 16 to Life videos and a few other people. They said, nah, Dubs was he was an SNY. I'm like, whoa. But what's crazy is this. You never hear Dubs talk about SNY. He always talk about the main line. So if you listen to Dubs' content, you would think that he paroled in good status. You would think that he paroled being in good standings just by the way that he makes his content. But come to find out, he didn't parole in good standings. Come to find out, he went SNY a while ago. But you never hear Dubs talk about SNY. Now, Gunners Collective will talk about SNY. I think Gunners Collective is more honest about his prison journey than Dubs is. That's why I can respect what Gunners do, because at least Gunner was honest about going SNY. Dubs did everything in his power to hide the fact that he went SNY. So you can't really, I can't really respect that.
That was Spoety face. He never said the blacks. So we not taking that. We politely decline.
The closest I came when you posted that video to Instagram.
Oh, the caption said it? Oh, okay. I guess when he posted on Instagram, the caption was a little bit more apologetic. Not that I'm like telling him he needs to apologize, but it seemed like that was like how that got billed everywhere.
Brokey, were people tripping on you as far as from that community? Because, well, yeah, just because you were kind of like saying some crazy things on.
Absolutely, I did, because as you know, well, if you don't know, I went on a Hater World podcast. See, my thing is this. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s in LA. Like, I don't do that whole, I think niggas should leave prison in prison. You come to the streets, I'll with you with me. So like when the initial reach for me to go on there, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go and do this. I'm gonna promote our show. So I'm on there and I'm being cool, like, yeah, we with y'all. But when I left, immediately I get a call, because I used to do a weekly segment with Viral. Mm-hmm. So they like, how you gonna go over there with them?
Bro, how you know they want you to say it, bro? Why are you always exposing conversations, bro?
Because that nigga asking me. Nah.
Yeah. The politics are brutal. And like I said, Southsiders their politics are brutal. So this is why I don't look at a Southsider sideways when they drop out. Because I understand that program, and a lot of people don't want to function under that program. As long as you didn't snitch on nobody and you're not a chomo, I don't really trip off of people who went SNY, because a lot of people went SNY because they wanted to come home. They knew if they continued the program on that main line, they would never come home to see their children. So they dropped out. And I'm not condoning it, but what I'm saying is I understand it. So when I see Southsiders who are dropouts, I don't look at them like they're busters because they dropped out. It just depends on what the circumstances is, right? Like if you left the gang and you dropped out because you're like, hey man, I've been in prison for 10 years. I got kids I need to come on to. I got kids that I need to raise. So I'm gonna drop my flag and quit gang banging and go to this yard over here so I can go home within the next year or two. I'm not mad at that. You didn't snitch on nobody. You're not a chomo. You didn't do anything dishonorable. You just made up your mind that you didn't want to gangbang no more, so you went to that side. I don't have a problem with that, because who wants to spend the rest of their life in prison when you got children to raise? I get it. So it all depends on how you left. What terms did you leave on? But anyway, let's get back to this content, though.
I went on a Hater World podcast. See, my thing is this. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s in LA. Like, I don't do that whole, I think niggas should leave prison in prison. You come to the streets, I'll with you with me. So like when the initial reach for me to go on there, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go and do this. I'm gonna promote our show. So I'm on there and I'm being cool, like, yeah, we with y'all. But when I left, immediately I get a call, because I used to do a weekly segment with Viral. Mm-hmm. So they like, how you gonna go over there with them?
Bro, how you know they want you to say it, bro? Why are you always exposing conversations, bro?
Because that nigga asking me. Nah. So what? Nigga, I'm about to tell my side of the story. He asking me how I felt.
But how you know the homies want to? Come on.
Because it's the internet. It's already out there. This ain't no secret.
I feel like Viral Way or
this ain't no secret.
They're living their life.
This ain't no secret. I'm not talking about nothing where it's like just him and I conversation. This is some that went on the internet. So that's why I'm bringing it up.
Go ahead, baby whack.
So, oh man, I can't wait to read this nigga. So look, so Viral called me like, you didn't know him and I had an issue. Like I said, I had no idea anything about
Hater World and Viral Way podcast got issues. I need everybody that's watching to bless the like button. Bless the like button if you are watching. Support the content in a major way. Jack, that is realer than rap. No cap.
Hater World until afterwards. So then I start doing my research and I say, oh, they've been going into it with him. And then I got another call from other people and that's how I learned about Lucky. So like, they like, you going on these, they don't with us. Why you with them? So that's why when we did the show, that's why I had the rebuttal where I'm like, hey, all the shit that I said, nigga, I'm taking all that back.
So
I took all it back.
So is Viral Way is Viral Way was telling you like
that they're saying racial shit.
With Viral Way and you was
no.
They don't with black.
They were saying they made it more of a black thing, but it wasn't just them saying that. It was other people saying, and that's when I learned about Lucky and that African booty scratcher. So I just incorporated them all together, like Hater World, Lucky, all the essays that's doing.
Hater World's very
because
different.
Everybody was hitting me like, "Hey, these essays is on us, and we need to get on them."
Look, I don't know
because I didn't know nothing about any of these.
Because I went to Hater World, right?
Right.
That's what I was
saying. And like
I'm still holding out for that invite.
And like for real, you know, like I'm big like on energy, and I ain't gonna lie, like going over there, and I'm not talking. I'm talking about like I've been in racial disputes from street, school,
right,
jail. When I went over there, I didn't feel no like racial energy.
I didn't either. That's why I was so cool with
this
being.
Like I think I went like probably like what?
Now,
Probably
I know Viral Way has his back and forth with the Haters World. Haters World and some people might get mad at me for saying this, but I don't think Hater World is a racist guy. Now he might take up for his raza just like I take up for my people. But most of the content that I see from Haters World is balanced, and he gives respect to the black homies. He invites people on his show. He's diplomatic, so I can respect that. So I don't have no issue with the Haters World at all. I really don't. You know, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't have a problem with Haters World at all. You know, it was people telling me I need to make content on dude, but when I see the content, I'm like, I disagree with some things that he said. I disagree with, you know, a lot of things that he said, but I've also agreed with some things that he said. So I just leave it at that. So I never made no content going at him because some people want me to do it. Even a situation with Lucky. We all make jokes sometimes. You've heard black people say things about Mexicans. You had Mexicans say things about black folks. The reality of it is this. Lucky said, my bad. I'll be more respectful. There's no need to drag this out any further. Let's squash the drama and let's get money. Now, I can agree to that because a lot of people who want to see this beef, they're not going to be in the streets if something cracks off. And like I said, anytime there's a fight between two rival factions, you know, for the most part, people get hurt. People go to jail. People go to prison. Nobody wants to get embarrassed like that. This is why I've seen fair fades turn into gunplay. I've seen fair fades turn into gunplay. Gang members don't want to get embarrassed. I've seen a gangbanger get beat up. Right? I seen a dude from Clantone 14, right? And I'm not going to say his name, but he was from Clantone 14. And he got into it with some black dudes. He lost the fight, and everybody shook hands after that. But his pride was so damaged, his ego was bruised. The same essay came back a couple hours later. He pulled up blasting, shot the homeboy that was shot one of my homeboys in the neck. The bullet went in the front of his neck, and it came out the back of his neck. And one of our homegirls who lived in the building tied a towel around his neck to save his life. And the dude who got shot had nothing to do with the fight. He just lived in the building and he was outside smoking weed with the homies. But the essay who lost the fight, I guess he couldn't take getting beat up in front of a crowd of people. He pretended like everything was all good. 4 hours later, he came back blasting. He came back dumping. And the homeboy who had nothing to do with the fight, who was just standing out there smoking weed with some of the homies, caught a bullet in his neck. It went in the front and came out of the back. He barely survived. He lost a lot of blood. And if it wasn't for that nurse who lived in the building, the homie would have died. So like I said before, I've seen fair fades turn into gunplay. And I'm pretty sure if you from the streets, you've seen the same thing happen. That's all I'm saying.
I've been
Well,
like four.
Essays is on us, and we need to get on them.
Look, I don't know.
Because I didn't know nothing about any of these.
Because I went to Hater World, right?
Right.
That's what I was finna say.
And like I
Still
said,
holding
you know,
out for that invite.
and like for real, you know, like I'm big like on energy, and I ain't gonna lie, like going over there, and I'm not talking. I'm talking about like I've been in racial disputes.
Anybody can be a sore loser. I'm not putting this off on Mexicans because I seen black people get beat up and pull back up shooting. You know what I'm saying? I've seen blacks and Mexicans do this, so I'm not putting this off on Mexicans. Like I say, I know black people who got beat up and said, "Man, F all that, man. I'm gonna pull back up blasting." Because nobody wants to take an L, nobody wants to get embarrassed. So if you embarrass a gangbanger and you crush his little ego, now he wants to shoot you. Now he wants to unalive you. Now he wants to lay you down. That's what happens when you embarrass a gangbanger. He don't want to take the L. He want to come back busting. He want to come back dumping. And I've seen situations like that happen way too many times. So like I said, fair fades will turn into gunplay, especially when gang members are involved. Now, I have seen fair fades where people took the fade and people went their way and they went that way. I've seen situations like that happen too. But I've seen way too many. I've seen way too many situations to where when the loser got beat up, when the loser got beat up, he came back blasting. I've seen that happen several times.
From street, school, jail. When I went over there, I didn't feel no like racial energy.
I didn't either. That's why I was so cool with being.
Like I think I went like probably 4 or 5 months ago. Probably 4 or 5 months ago. And like another topic had just came up, and I think I had like mentioned them. I had like got them misconstrued with Lucky, and they had like man shot back like, "Hey, no, bro, we ain't said nothing about that. Like we not on that."
And that's what I had to tell them. I'm like, bro, I said on my show, it wasn't directed to them. What I said was anyone that don't with us, I'm not with y'all. But if y'all with us, I'll with you. So they took it like I meant them. But I'm like, if that's how you took it, then you not with us. So this has nothing to do with you. But I also had to let them know I can only with my folks. This is my folks.
Yeah.
So if my folks got a beef with somebody, I inherit that beef automatically. I'm not. So it's like I don't want to think I'm crossing lines to go with that don't with my folks because it's gonna make me look crazy.
For sure.
So I went to go with them, not knowing my folks don't with them.
Yeah.
So even if they said racist or not, my folks don't with them, then I shouldn't even have.
Now, people said they heard Hater World say race. I don't know. I never seen those videos. I haven't watched a lot of his content. So I'm not here to say what he is or what he's not. It's all good. Salute to the people.
Nothing to do with them until we all can go. But until then, nigga, and that's what it was. But I didn't feel no other than the fact that in the middle of our interview, there's a knock at the door, 4 bald head essays walk in. I'm like, what's going on? They stopped the interview and let folks in.
Let me say this when it comes to this telling thing, man. You know, me being from the streets and me knowing what I know. There's snitches in every race, man. Every race. If you look at a lot of these prisons, listen, if you look up a lot of these cases, I don't care if it's blacks, whites, or Mexicans, there's a lot of telling going on nowadays. A lot of people don't want to do that prison time no more. So with that being said, most people will tell to get out of a bad situation to save their own ass. That's just the reality of it. I've seen black snitch. I've seen Mexican snitch. I've seen white snitch. I've seen, when it comes to criminal activity, you're going to have snitches in every community. When it comes to criminal activity, you're going to have snitches in every community. Why? Because most people don't want to do that prison time no more. They'll commit the crime, but they don't want to do that prison time. I'm telling you. You better get a job skill. You better get a trade because telling is normal nowadays. Telling has become normal. They have normalized snitches. You got snitches. Listen, You got popular snitches who are rappers, popular snitches who are podcasters and YouTubers. Nobody frowns upon snitching like they did in the 90s and the early 2000s. They have normalized snitching, so you're going to find snitches everywhere. You can't avoid them. If you think you're going to commit crimes and people going to stick to the G code and not tell on you, you are crazy. What world are you living in?
What's going on? It's just me and the square homie from St. Louis. So I'm like,
It's about to go down.
nigga, them niggas just walked in, and I'm like,
They started playing.
I'm talking about bald head Pendletons.
They start playing cards, and
I'm like, what's going on with this? What we on? So I look at the homie like, what we doing? He like, no, we straight. I'm like,
You about to have to whoop some of that MMA out.
bro, I had my backpack, so we was straight.
Now let's get into Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco said this about Sporty Face not meeting up with DC Baby Draco. Now, I think gangbangers can be sensitive. I don't know why gangbangers think they can be on social media and nobody's going to make content about them.
That a Rolling 40 gang member,
Now, Sporty Face said that he was going to put hands on DC Baby Draco, and DC Baby Draco can't come back to the 40s. Now, you got a lot of people saying, oh, well, Sporty Face didn't take care of his business. When he saw DC Baby Draco at that podcast, he didn't take off on him. Sporty Face said he's not going to fight somebody who don't want to fight. He said he told DC Baby Draco, let's catch the fade. Draco turned it down, so he said there was no need to press the issue when DC Baby Draco turned it down because Sporty Face said, I'm not a bully. If you don't want to fight, I'm not going to force you to fight because I'm not a bully. Now, Poetic Flacco makes a video and say, oh, Sporty Face is weak. Sporty Face career is over. He didn't stand on business. He didn't do anything when he ran into DCB. He didn't do anything to Draco when he said he would ban him. So, Sporty Face said he wants to slap Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco be speaking on things that he don't know nothing about, which is true sometimes. But one thing I will say is when you create content, people will react to your content and give their opinion. You know, you got gangbangers who talk about things that they don't know nothing about. Gang members are not entertainers. Most gang members are not businessmen. But they got an opinion about a lot of things that they don't participate in. So with that being said, once you become a content creator, you can't get in your feelings when somebody makes content about you. Now, you can make a video, you know, to speak your piece to say, nah, this ain't true and this is why it's not true. But to get mad about it because somebody made a video about you to the point to where you want to put hands on them, then that's a whole nother subject. Now, let's hear what Poetic Flacco had to say about Sporty Face. Sporty Face was pissed off.
Local General himself threatened to put hands on me when he sees me last night. While it has came to my attention that a Rolling 40 gang member, the tiny Local General himself, threatened to put hands on me when he sees me last night while he was on No Jumper podcast.
I got a black belt like Brandon.
They can't.
But no, it was no bullshit. They
a clown too, man. I'm gonna whoop Flacco too.
Yeah. So thirsty, no decorum whatsoever. How you gonna just interrupt them?
Give me your thoughts in the comment section. Do you feel that Sporty Face should have took off on DC Baby Draco since he banned him from the hood? Because some people are saying, well, Sporty Face didn't put hands on Draco, and he was in the same room with him. Sporty Face didn't stand on business. That's what some people are saying. Right? Now, I guess some people expected Sporty Face should just take off on Draco because of all the tough guy talk. Because Poetic Flacco said, hey, man, when you talk like a tough guy, you got to live up to that image. You can't be talking like a tough guy, and then when you run into the guy that you banned from the community, you can't just sit up there and do nothing. Now, that's what Poetic Flacco said. Sporty Face got mad, said he wants to slap Poetic Flacco for getting in gang business, for getting in street business. Give me your thoughts in the comments.
Good conversation like that to bring me up.
I'm gonna bring that up next.
Oh, you know we fell out.
Me and Flacco had a fallen. What? These people are absurd. Me and Bro Rogan, who's talked, we've never had a disagreement. We've never had an argument. We've never had bad blood. I thought we were still friends. I thought we were still cool. had a falling out.
Flacco tried to save my boy career. He just ended this game banging career. Yeah, Flacco.
We can get back on
We owe you,
Flacco.
Flacco.
Wait, what are you talking
We're
about?
gonna slap the shit out of Flacco. We're gonna slap the shit out of Flacco. We're gonna slap the shit out of Flacco. We're gonna slap the shit out of Flacco.
Wow. What did I do to make these niggas so mad? So apparently he was upset over this video right here where I said Whack 100 just ruined this gang member's life. I think it was the thumbnail that shows his real hairline.
Sporty Face got mad because Poetic Flacco said that Sporty Face ain't standing on business. He's a fake tough guy. He didn't do anything to DC Baby Draco when he saw him. So Sporty Face got mad and said that Poetic Flacco is being too disrespectful, sticking his nose in other people's business. Well, I will say this. Once it comes to the internet, it's everybody's business as a content creator, because content creators will react to whatever they see to make money. So once you put something on the internet, it becomes content. So I agree with Poetic Flacco on that.
That he never shows. I think that's what had him upset, right? Because he's insecure about that. He is very insecure about this hairline. Look at it, all right? He's ready to catch a body, fight, go to war, go to jail, do jail time over the hairline getting exposed, man. That's what it really was. I'm not trying to buy this. Oh, you talked about me, and if no, sir. It was me exposing that hairline on that thumbnail. That's what got you upset. They pulled up the thumbnail while he was there, and he starts pouting like a toddler. Look at him.
What are you talking
We're
about?
gonna slap the shit out of Flacco.
What are you talking
We're
about?
gonna slap the shit out of Flacco.
What are you talking
We're
about?
gonna slap the shit out of Flacco.
What are you talking
We're gonna
about?
slap the shit out of Flacco.
This man is having identity issues, man. A midlife crisis we're witnessing in full display. He doesn't know who he wants to be. One day he's threatening to smack Poetic Flacco on a podcast. Another day he's Spoety Luther King, the civil rights leader. And then the next day he's Spoety X, the Hebrew Israelite.
And this how I know the Most High touched me. And I know that it was destined, bro, because literally this is a true story. When she told me that I go to the library the next day, I go in the library, I'm looking like for stuff that's happening in Egypt, ancient Egypt, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where I'm looking for, but I'm just looking for stuff, the Hebrews. They don't got nothing on there, but I don't know this at the time. Librarian, he black, his name I'll never forget him. He like, bro, what you looking for? What do? I'm like, I'm telling him research, you know what I'm saying? The Israelites, da-da-da-da-da. He's like, Israelite? He like, what you know about Israelites? I'm like, I don't know nothing of them. He like, no. He like, bro, I'm Israelite. It's a true story. Yeah. He like, bro, we ain't gonna have none of that. So he come, he like, let me introduce you to some people. It's my boy Franklin, Darius Franklin. Like I said, I grew up Jehovah's Witness and Christian. It's crazy, like both of them. Like,
Of
you know
course, yeah. So you learning both.
Yeah, but I had been practicing that my whole life. I was in
God did all that touching upon you for no reason, man. Because now you back trying to touch upon innocent civilians, bruh. Now the Jehovah Witness, Hebrew Israelite Christian is now back to being the tiny loc general. Right? Because now he's making threats.
So what he's trying to say is 1 minute Sporty Face is pushing for peace, the next minute he's talking about war. Now, and Sporty Face defense is Sporty Face said, I push peace, but that don't mean that I should tolerate disrespect because I push peace. I get it. I get where both sides are coming from.
Trying to put hands on me. I thought the only two things you care about, man, was making it to the kingdom. What happened? Now you care about internet fame and gangbanging again.
Peace and blessings, brothers. All praises to the Most High. Two things that matter to me in life right now is making it to the kingdom. My family, that's it.
Sir, I have a question, okay? In your hypothetical where you slapped the ish out of me, what did I do? So you open-handed, and you slap poop out of my butthole. What did I do? Did I just sit there and say, oh, sir, why you do this? Did I just say, oh, my God, Spoety, no, please, bro, have mercy? Did I run? What did I do in this hypothetical? Because y'all usually play these hypothetical outs up until the point you do something, but you guys never extend the scenario and the hypothetical to the reaction. So I sat there and let you slide.
I agree with you, Big E. Like, these gangbanger podcasters are terrible. They're not even real podcasters. They don't report the news. They come up here to discuss gang politics. They're not real YouTubers. They're not even real podcasters. They come on the internet to gossip about gang business, but when somebody has an opinion about the gang business that they decided to put on the internet, now they want to fight. Now they want to meet up for a fade. Hold on, homeboy. You the one that put your business on the internet. And as a when I have an opinion about it as a content creator, now I got to meet you up for the fade. I got to meet up for a fade. All because I got an opinion. All because I have an opinion about something that you put on the internet. Man, these gangbang podcasters, man, they are some of the worst people to ever come to the. They're some of the worst people who came to the internet. I got to be honest about that. If you put your gang business online, don't get mad when somebody has an opinion about it. Stop being a crybaby. If you don't want people to have an opinion about hood business, then keep hood business off of the internet, fool.
How you do this? Did I just say, oh my God, Spoety, no, please, bro, have mercy. Did I run? What did I do in this hypothetical? Because y'all usually play these hypothetical outs up until the point you do something, but you guys never extend the scenario and the hypothetical to the reaction. So I sat there and let you slap me and said, oh, sorry, sir, I won't make no more videos about you again. My advice to you, sir, and your well-being, you should probably play that scenario out before trying to enact it. You should probably sit with yourself and play out that hypothetical a couple times and prepare for whatever my reaction is going to be. I can almost guarantee you it's not going to be, I'm sorry, sir, I won't make no more videos. All right? Okay, buddy? Now, these dudes are my victims, okay? These are not my peers. These are my victims, okay? These are dudes who I have torn apart on this mic, who stands no chance against me on the mic. So he just made things worse for himself when he asked Adam to give me a call on the episode so he could go back and forth with Poetic Flacco.
To some shit that PC Baby was saying.
Did he really?
What'd he say?
Like, said this gangbanger career just got ended.
Clown.
Man, Adam, I act like you don't know what the
I
fuck
didn't watch
going
it,
on.
but
You one of Flacco main watchers. How you didn't see it?
I don't watch every single video.
Call him right now.
Call Flacco. Oh, I would love to. That's a great idea.
Hey, Flacco cut me off like I was a side.
Flacco.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, we hanging out with Spoety Face here on stream, and I guess he got some words for you.
Talk to him.
Yo, man.
Yo, man.
Get on him. Get on him.
Yo, man.
Hey, you know me or something?
You nah.
Hey, Sporty Face got mad right here and he checked Flacco. He said, you know me or something? I don't need to know you to make content about you, Sporty. Sporty, when you put content on the internet, people will react to it. I don't need to know you to react to your content. Let me say this to gangbangers and gang members. Stop being emotional. If you don't want nobody to have an opinion about your hood business, keep your hood business off the internet. It's simple as that. You think you can post content on the internet and think nobody's gonna have an opinion about it? Man, you crazy.
Words for you.
Talk to him.
Yo, man.
Yo, man.
Get on him. Get on him.
Yo, man.
You know me or something?
You nah.
So why you speaking up on me like you know me?
You are a public figure who do public things that I react to.
So why you reporting and putting off false narratives?
Let's revisit the false narratives I put on him. Let's revisit the false narratives that he's so upset about. In the video he's pissed about, I covered his beef with the brother on your left called DC Baby Draco. So DC Baby Draco is a civilian, a non-affiliate. He's a YouTuber. He go around doing hood vlogs. For whatever reason, Spoety Face took it upon himself to drop a video where he's telling DC Baby Draco that he can no longer do hood vlogs in LA as if he runs LA.
DC Baby Draco, the gig is up, homie. You are no longer allowed in the Crenshaw district, especially right here on Vernon Avenue.
Shout out to Nata. Shout out to Nata 8697 for the super chat. Shout out to my girl Evelyn for the beautiful cash app. I appreciate everybody for supporting the show. Man, you can't tell nobody they can't come to LA, Sporty. Sporty ain't got enough power to ban nobody from Los Angeles. Sporty can't even ban nobody from the 40s. And that ain't no disrespect, Sporty. But a lot of guys from the 40s don't agree with you. You know how many guys from 40s that would do an interview with DC Baby Draco? You think they're gonna say, I ain't gonna do no video or no hood vibe with DC Baby Draco because I don't want to piss off Sporty Face. Man, they're not thinking about Sporty Face and how he feels. If they feel like they have an opportunity to get some money with DC Baby Draco, even if they are from the 40s, they're gonna do it. They're not gonna be thinking about Sporty. It don't matter if they are from the 40s. If DC Baby Draco presents them with an opportunity to get their name and face out there to create content, they're not going to be thinking about Sporty Face. They're going to link up with DC Baby Draco. They're going to link up with DC Baby Draco for the content. So Sporty Face, in reality, Sporty Face don't have enough clout to ban anybody from the 40s because you got guys from the 40s who don't agree with Sporty. They're not going to turn down an opportunity because Sporty don't like DC Baby Draco. I'm just giving you the irrefutable facts.
Your left called DC Baby Draco. So DC Baby Draco is a civilian, a non-affiliate. He's a YouTuber. He go around doing hood vlogs. For whatever reason, Spoety Face took it upon himself to drop a video where he's telling DC Baby Draco that he can no longer do hood vlogs in LA as if he runs LA.
DC Baby Draco, the gig is up, homie. You are no longer allowed in the Crenshaw district, especially right here on Vernon Avenue. And had I been out the first time, you would have never been allowed over here in the first place.
So then he got even more pissed after he made this video acting like the king of LA, that Baby Draco can't come to LA no more and do no more content or hood vlogs because he said so. Mind you, he did this video before ever having an issue with a Baby Draco. Him and Baby Draco actually did a vlog together with 4Extra. They never had any issues whatsoever. So doing this caught everybody by surprise. But not only did Baby Draco come back to LA to do a hood vlog, he got even more pissed when Baby Draco pulled up to where he grew up, to his neighborhood, his block, and did another video in his section with his own cousin 4Extra, and there's nothing he could have done about it. All right, he stayed inside as Baby Draco pulled up to his hood and did this hood vlog. All right, and he had to sit there and take it.
But you get what I'm saying? You just saying right now, you get what I'm saying? You ain't got no problem killing my cousin, you get what I'm saying? For sure. That's your boy, you get what I'm saying? You don't even know what's going on, so at the end of the day, you know, y'all talk, y'all grown men. Y'all talk, figure that shit out, cuz y'all get that shit together, you get what I'm saying? Most definitely. So, you know how that shit go on Vernon Avenue.
You know, it be like that though, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 40s, shout out all sides of the 40s.
Vernon Avenue, Crenshaw, Big Finest, Glove.
And hold on,
Vernon Avenue.
You know, it's people in the comments, they like Draco, how you able to go to the 40s, back to the ops, like, how do you feel about that? How you feel about that, brother?
First off, bro, you don't gangbang, bro. You're not affiliate. You get what I'm saying? You're not from my hood. You're not affiliate. You from the Bay Area. You from the Bay. So whatever you doing, bro, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. On the dead arms, you a camera guy. You just like everybody else. Sure. You just not white. You black. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, nigga, you making your money. You doing your thing. You doing what camera guys do. You get what I'm saying? Make your money. You don't just give nobody no drops, no bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. You keep going. You get what I'm saying? You from the Bay. You making a living for your family. That's what I see. For sure. You get what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nothing. If I see something on 40 trip, I'm on it. For sure. I'm tripping. So I ain't seen nothing because on Vernon Avenue. You get what I'm saying?
They tried to make peace with this dude. He wouldn't want peace. DC said, I don't got no issues with him. 4Extra, his own cousin said, bruh, DC never dished you. Why are you doing this online? Let's just dead it, man, and move forward. He wouldn't take the peace treaty at all. He started posting like DC's paperwork claiming that DC was a pedo. He started posting things about DC, calling him a snitch. Like real fighting words. Even saying that DC won't come around him because he know what's up when he sees him is on site. Right? He not playing around with no disrespect. So he was talking as if it was on site. And as a gang member, you have an expectation to keep it on site if you're saying it's on site. Right? But he got even more pissed. I'm talking about really upset, okay? When he told DC he can't come back again and that he snuck in the first time, DC went right back to his neighborhood.
See, I think Sporty Face, see, for extras is Sporty Face's cousin, right? That's Sporty Face's cousin. Sporty Face felt betrayed because Sporty Face said that DC Baby Draco can't come back to the hood, and For Extras didn't agree with that. For Extras brought him back to the hood and did some more content with him. So it made Sporty Face look weak because people from the outside looking in, oh, Sporty can't ban nobody from the hood. DC Baby Draco came back to the 40s and did some content with 4 Extras. So from the outside looking in, people are looking at it like, man, Sporty Face ain't got enough clout to ban nobody. Soon as he said DC Baby Draco couldn't come, soon as Sporty said that DC couldn't come back to the 40s, within 2 days, DC Baby Draco put up to the 40s to create content with Sporty Face's cousin, 4 Extra. So that made Sporty Face look bad. That made it seem like he don't have a voice in the hood. Because people saying, well, if Sporty said that, why would 4 Extras go against it? Well, maybe 4 Extras never agreed with Sporty Face in the first place. So 4 Extras is looking at it like, man, I'm gonna do content with this brother. He's putting my stories out there. He's coming to the hood. He's keeping my name buzzing. The hell with Sporty Face and what Sporty Face is saying. 4 Extras said, I'm gonna do content with DC Baby. I'm gonna do content with Draco regardless. The hell with, I don't care what Sporty Face is saying. So it made Sporty Face look bad publicly, because what it appeared to be, this is how it looked. 4 Extras was willing to do the content with DC Baby Draco, regardless of how Sporty Face felt about Baby Draco. So when Sporty Face jumped out of the window and said, I'm gonna ban you from the 40s, and then 4 Extras did some content with DC Baby Draco, it made Sporty Face look real small. It made it look like it appeared that Sporty Face had no clout in the 40s, because it didn't matter that Sporty tried to ban DC from the 40s. DC pulled up anyway and did some content, not only with the 40s, he did some content with Sporty's cousin, who was 4 Extra. So Sporty Face felt betrayed by his own cousin.
With a guy called Big 4 Extra. So DC went right back to his neighborhood and made him look like a fool again. DC showed back up to his neighborhood after he told him not to come back multiple times. He did about 2 or 3 more vlogs in his hood multiple times after he banned DC. He says he's on site with DC. He's posting paperwork of DC. He's calling DC a snitch and a pedo and this and this and this, and is on site when you see him. You know what's up. You can't come in my presence. You know what's up. Well, WAC 100 brought DC to Spoety on a silver platter. WAC 100 said, here is DC, buddy. And we got wind that Spoety didn't do a goddamn thing. So in my video, I covered how his expectation of being a joint, of being a reputable, it's pretty much over with, bro. Because a joint can't pop it that recklessly online about how he gonna do this when he see him, and then when he see the person, he don't get off.
Gonna have some paintball wars. They did me and DC Baby Draco. We finna go pull up on Spoety Face, and he has no idea that I'm bringing a guest in the form of DC Baby Draco.
So he now wants to slap me because I said he dropped the ball and didn't keep it consistent. That WAC 100 brought DC to him after threatening DC online for weeks, and he ain't do a goddamn thing that he promised to do. So that's the false narrative he claims I put on him, and that's what he wants to hurt me over.
You talking about my career got ended? Who the f are you to tell me my career got ended?
What career? Like which one? Because he got several.
It's my opinion, right? Like, I do believe that, like, you're somebody who, you know, that some people look at as, yo, he's like a tough guy, right? Like, for me, you're like, he's tough. Now, again, that's not something that you may want to, like, I want to put out there, right? But you are viewed as somebody who is a gang member and you're tough. So based on how you acted in this situation, your like tough gangbanging career, I think it's over with, right? Because again, like, rather or not, like,
Man, you sound stupid. You're not even qualified to say no weird shit like that. On the dead homie, keep my name out your mouth, bro. I don't even play like that, bro. You sound stupid.
Okay, so it's not a conversation. So like, you ask the question and then you don't like the answer, so now you're interrupting me.
Yeah, of course I'm interrupting because you saying some bullshit. When I see you, I'm gonna slap the shit out your weird ass. Oh man, fat ass.
Hold on. Ain't that the Jehovah Witness, Hebrew Israelite Christian that God touched. God did all that touching for no reason, right? Now you out here acting like an ignorant gangbanger again. But I got a question for you though, okay? You wanna slap me, okay? You wanna put hands on me. But did you put hands on Expo? When Expo did what he did.
Hey, see, people get mad at Poetic Blanco because he's challenging, not physically, he's challenging gang members intellectually, and they can't defeat Poetic Blanco intellectually, so they want to make it physical. So Poetic Blanco said, okay, your strength is catching a fade and putting hands on somebody. My strength is my intellectual property, the way that I break things down strategically. So Poetic Blanco is going to battle you intellectually. A lot of these gang members cannot defeat Poetic Blanco intellectually. That's why they want to put hands on them, hands and feet on them. Poetic Blanco is using his words to defeat gangbangers mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. Let me say it again. Poetic Blanco is using his wordplay, his intelligence to defeat gangbangers mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And can't forget about psychologically. This is psychological warfare. See, listen, one thing that Poetic Blanco does understand about gang members is they're very emotional. And a lot of these guys lack emotional intelligence. So he preys on that. Poetic Blanco preys on the fact that he knows that these gang members lack emotional intelligence. He knows that he can defeat gangbangers intellectually. He knows that. He knows that. Their weakness is they can't control their emotions. They want to make everything physical. Poetic Blanco has defeated these guys psychologically. So he continues to beat these guys down verbally.
February 20th, 2025, in your section. We're not going to say what he did because it's not my place to say what he did, okay? But when
Poetic Blanco understands that these gangbangers can't defeat him psychologically, he knows that. So he weaponizes that against them to get them in their feelings, to get them out of pocket.
He came double blicked up and did what he did February 20th, 2025. Did you put hands on Expo? Did you slap him? You want to slap Poetic Blanco for making a YouTube video. But did you slap Expo? Did you put hands on him when he violated in the worst of ways? No, you didn't, buddy. When you ran into the Baby Stone Gorillas, your top ops, your main enemies, did you slap them in the mall? Did you do to them what you say you wanted to do to Flacco because of YouTube videos? No. What you did do instead was shake their hands, dapped it up, and then later you said on the internet.
Exactly. Shout out to the late night hour. If Adam 22 can come to the hood and Adam 22 is a white boy, how come DC Baby Draco can't come to the hood and get his money and make content while putting your name and your voice out there as well? It makes no sense. So what we're saying is DC Baby Draco can't come to the hood, but a white boy by the name of Adam could. Now, this is what they're going to say. Well, Adam putting money in our pocket. So everything boils back down to money. Everything is about money. It doesn't matter if Adam is a white boy. Adam has a large platform, and if he can give blacks the platform to embarrass themselves, to expose their hood politics, it doesn't matter that Adam is exploiting gang culture for money. It doesn't matter that Adam is doing that. These blacks are looking at like, Adam is giving me an opportunity. So hell yeah, I'm gonna sit up there and do content with Adam. If Adam can come to the 40s, how come DC Baby Draco can't come to the 40s? Let me say this again before I get back to the content. If Adam can come to the 40s, then how come DC Baby Draco can't come to the 40s? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't recognize who they were. I didn't recognize one of the most notable rap groups in LA with millions of views online who happens to be your number one enemy. I didn't recognize them, bro. Yeah, all right, man. We not buying it, man.
the Escalade in the front of the mall. So we going down. As soon as we at the top of the thing, we looking down by the food court. We see like 10 niggas right there. So when we looking, you know, we already know what time it is.
Poetic Flacco cooked Sporty Face intellectually. So the only thing that Sporty Face said, man, I'm gonna meet up. We can meet up for a fade. I'm gonna smack you, because Poetic Flacco has defeated gangbangers intellectually and psychologically. Poetic Flacco, listen, Poetic Flacco knows that these gangbangers are very emotional, and the moment that they disagree with something, they want to meet up for a fade. Poetic Flacco understands that, so he uses that to his advantage to defeat emotional gangbangers psychologically. Yeah.
It's only us. It's only us. So it's about, at least, no exaggeration, it's at least about like 10 of them. So, you know, immediately what we do, you know, we all older. I'm 38, 4S is 35, 36.
How come we only got 100 and something likes, man? Something is wrong with this picture, man. We should have way more people who bless this like button than what we had blessed this like button. Make sure that you bless the like button if you love the content. Yeah, Poetic Flacco knows that he can defeat gangbangers psychologically and mentally. He understands that. So he uses that to his advantage. He knows that these gangbangers are going to get emotional, and the only thing they're going to say is, man, I'm going to beat you up. We got to catch a fade. I'm going to slap you when I see you. He already know that that's what they're going to say. So he uses their ignorance against them, and he continues to beat them. He continues to defeat them psychologically. Poetic Flacco understands that gangbangers lack emotional intelligence, and he takes full advantage of that. Poetic Flacco pulled out his belt and Poetic Flacco been whipping these gangbangers psychologically for a long time. That's why so many gangbangers want to put their hands on him. They can't defeat him intellectually. They can't defeat him mentally. They cannot defeat him psychologically. So the only thing that they can do, man, I'm going to beat you up, man. We got to catch the fade, homeboy. When I see you, I'm going to slap you on the set. On the set, I'm going to slap you. On the dead homies, I'm going to slap you. He already know that. He already know they're going to take it there, because that's the only thing they can do. Poetic Flacco has disarmed gangbangers emotionally and psychologically, and he has whipped them with words. He has whipped them psychologically. That's why they want to catch the fade. That's why they want to slap Flacco. Flacco understands that these gangbangers don't have enough emotional intelligence to defeat him in a logical conversation. Poetic Flacco understands that. So he weaponizes his intelligence against what? Their ignorance.
I believe we in our 30s, you know what I'm saying? So we used to this. So as soon as we looking down, he like, oh, bro, we spoke. So, you know, cuz he started taking off the chain, nigga, take off the, you know, first thing I take off my glasses. Even though I put peace, I know what time it is. You get what I'm saying? Right. So by the time we get all the way down to as soon as we come off the thing, I'm the first one off the thing. So as soon as I come down, like they right there. Like it's right here, they right there. So it immediately like, what up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what up? You know, cuz like 40 little crib, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm lying. I can take my kids right now, bro. He on a 40 little crib, what's up? You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, you 4 extras, you 4 extras, you like, woo, woo. This how they telling them. Facts. Like, oh, you 4 extras, I'll be following you. Like, yeah, what up? On everything I love, bro. You know, I'm older. I don't even know who the Baby Stone Gorillas is, bro. We don't.
It's not making sense here. You gotta make it make sense. Why y'all only tough with the media people, man? X4 came double blicked up and he shot everything up. You ain't slap him. Why you want to slap me? Yo, ops live a block down from you. When was the last time you slapped an op up, man?
Hey, Adam 22 dissed 4 extras, but see, this is how you know Sporty Face and 4 extras ain't seeing eye to eye, because Sporty Face is 4 extras blood cousin. Sporty Face is still dealing with Adam after Adam dissed his cousin. So that's how you know. Well, Sporty Face is looking at it like this. I banned DC Baby Draco. You still rock with him. So 4 extras can't get mad at me for rocking with Adam. You see the games they're playing? This is the games they're playing. DC Baby Draco still rocks with 4 extra, even though Sporty Face said that DC Baby Draco can't come to the hood, but 4 extras, which is Sporty's cousin, still deals with DC Baby Draco anyway. So Sporty Face is looking at it like, well, if 4Extras was going to deal with DC Baby Draco after I told him how I felt about him, well, then 4Extras can't get mad at the fact that I'm rocking with Adam 22. This whole situation is messy. Spoety is rocking with Adam, and 4Extras is rocking with DC Baby Draco.
Makes sense. Why y'all only tough with the media people, man? X4 came double blicked up, and he shot everything up. You ain't slap him. Why you wanna slap me? Yo, ops live a block down from you. When was the last time you slapped an op up, man? When y'all ran across the Baby Stone gorillas in the mall.
See, it's easy to defeat a gangbanger psychologically and mentally because the only thing they're going to say is, we got to catch a fade on the dead homies. On the dead homies, I'm going to beat you up when I see you. On the dead homies is on site when I see you. That's what they're going to resort to. They're going to resort to that because they cannot defeat you intellectually. So they resort to saying like what they're going to do to you when they see you. On the dead homies, I'm going to beat you up. On the dead homies, I'm going to put hands on you. On the set, I'm going to slap you when I see you. That's the only thing they could say. Because these gang members, they lack emotional intelligence. You can defeat them emotionally and psychologically. I don't care how smart they pretend to be. It's nothing but a front on camera. All you got to do is get these gangbangers emotional. Then you're going to see how they get in their feelings. Poetic Flacco has been whipping gangbangers psychologically. He's been whipping them, putting belt to ass when it comes to these gang members, these emotional gang members. See, Poetic Flacco knows he can get a gang member out of pocket by just talking about him. And instead of responding with intelligence, they respond by saying, on the dead homies, I'm going to beat you up. On the dead homies, I'm going to slap you when I see you. So Poetic Flacco plays against their ignorance, and he continues to defeat them emotionally and psychologically with words.
Y'all, man, and he shot everything up. You ain't slap him. Why you wanna slap me?
Yeah.
Yo, ops live a block down from you. When was the last time you slapped an op up, man? When y'all ran across the Baby Stone gorillas in the mall.
It don't matter that Poetic Flacco was a tether. I don't really care about that. We're just talking about psychological warfare. And Poetic Flacco has been whipping these gang members psychologically with words. He's been doing it for a very long time. Poetic Flacco was pimping on gangbangers. Poetic Flacco is making tons of money off of the ignorance of gangbangers. That's exactly what he's been doing. He knows that they lack emotional intelligence. He knows that he can defeat them psychologically, so he continues to put belt to ass on these emotional gangbangers. He know they can't battle him intellectually. He understands that, so he uses that to his advantage. I'm going to defeat them mentally. I'm going to defeat them verbally. I'm going to defeat them psychologically. And the only thing they can do is on the set, I'm going to beat you up, cuz, on Pyru, blood, woo-dee-woo. On the set, on the dead homies, I'm going to slap you when I see you. That's the only thing gang members can respond with.
Y'all main ops, y'all main enemies. Ain't nothing got slapped over there. Ain't nothing got slapped up. Ain't nobody raised their voice. No violence happened. So why you want to slap the media guy, the civilian?
Again, whether or not he's putting out like that persona, I'm saying he's still viewed as a gangbanger who's tough. And that's, again, and while he's being invited on these platforms, that's a part of the aura and the mystique. So once you lose that aura and mystique, I feel like the career goes with it. And that was the purpose of the video. Because again, right, is
Flacco, how am I viewed as a tough gang member when I push peace? I'm not even with no set trip. I don't care what no.
On the dead homies, I'm gonna slap you when I see you. On the set, I'm gonna slap. On the dead homies, I'm gonna run up on you and do something to you. I'm gonna put these hands on you. On the dead homies. That's the only thing they can respond with. And Poetic Flacco understands that, so he continues to put belt to gang members' ass. He continues to whip them intellectually. He continues to whip them psychologically. On the dead homies, I'm gonna put my hands on you, guys. On the dead homies on Pyru, blood. He knows they're gonna respond emotionally.
Body from or anything like that, brother. What are you talking about? I'm a community activist. Just because I'm a man and I stand on morals and principles and I don't get cold feet when it's time to stand on business, how am I ever?
Shout out to Ambitions of a Rider. I appreciate you, baby, for being a loyal supporter and rocking with the King Supreme. I appreciate you, baby. He knows the only thing they can respond with on the set when I see you on the dead homies, I'm gonna put hands on you when I see you, cuz, on Pyru, blood. On the dead homies, I'm gonna put hands on you when I see you. That's the only thing they're gonna respond with. Poetic Flacco knows that.
How am I ever viewed in that light? I sit up here with young. No, listen. Because what you're doing, you're trying to take away my community. You know what I'm saying? My community activist status and all type of shit. You talking about a game? I don't want to be portrayed as no tough gang member. I never said that I'm a tough gang member. I'm not the toughest. I'm not the hardest. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the strongest. But what I am is, bro, I stand on business. I'm out here. A community activist, bro. I bring people together. I push peace. What are you talking about? So that's not even a light that I'm in. So your information that you're putting out is incorrect. You're saying that.
This should be your eye opener that none of these dudes are community activists. That all that push to peace community activism work, bruh, is all a sham and a scam to take your tax dollars, okay? The city of Los Angeles gave these community activists $42 million last year in a quote-unquote grid program so they could push peace. It's all a sham, bruh. This man is claiming that he's a community activist, but then he also wants to fight because I said he's no longer a tough gangbanger. He wants to hold on to that identity and be viewed as a tough gangbanger so much he's willing to fight and go to jail over it, but he's quote-unquote claiming to be a community activist at the same time. It doesn't make sense whatsoever.
Okay, so you slammed the phone and said you would slap me.
Yeah, I'm definitely, and I'm gonna stand up and get your facts straight. Okay, yeah, get your facts straight. But you're still talking about me, so I'm going to give you the facts to speak on me.
You have impulse control, please. Okay, let's just have a high IQ conversation.
Don't do that.
Weirdo.
Because I said your tough game banging career and aura is over with, while at the same time stating you never had a tough game banging aura career. So
I never said that one time. What are you talking about? You're dumb. I never one time said that. I never one time. Adam, did I say that? I said I don't want to be viewed as that. I don't even come up. I never said that.
But what did you do that he feels like invalidated your gangster status?
He's a weirdo. I'm confused, bro. And Adam pimping on everybody. Adam said, I'm going to use you gangbangers and make money off of your culture. While everybody's pulling up on each other, talking about catching fades, going to prison, I'm going to sit back and make money off of all of that. Adam is the pimp. Adam is getting the bread. Adam is giving niggas crumbs to talk about their gang stories. And in return, what does he say? I'm going to give you exposure. I'm going to give you an opportunity to create your own platform. You're going to get exposure by being on my platform. So Adam is pimping on these dudes, bro. Adam been pimping on gangbangers for years in Los Angeles. Pimping on these dudes. Pimping on these fools. Adam 22.
Wait till Adam, right? Because he keeps interrupting because he hates the truth.
I hate the truth, bitch. I am the truth. What the fuck you mean?
Regardless of if that's what you want to portray, again, let me just say this. The reason why people are inviting you on these platforms to talk to you is because that's
I gotta get my Drew. Pimp, boom, pimp, boom, pimp on. Adam getting it. Adam 22 is getting his pimp on. Pimping gangbangers for gang content, for what goes on in the streets. Adam 22 is pimping on gang members. That's how he's getting his bread. You did. Yeah, Adam is the big pimp, and I think you guys understand the rest. Adam is getting his pimp on. instigating beefs with gang members so that he can get wealthy and so that he can get his money. He understands that these gang members are so desperate to talk about hood politics, and he takes full advantage of that. Adam instigates hood beefs. He talk about who got beef with who as a white man. Adam gets paid off of all of that. Adam 22 is pimping on these gang members.
Or that's the story.
That's a lie.
This dude is a reputable, he's official, he's tough. Once you behave the way that you behave in this situation, once that
I'm gonna be the biggest pimp of the year, making hit records like this here. I'm gonna be the biggest pimp of the year, making hit records like this here. Adam 22 is pimping on you gang members. Pimp, pimp on, pimp on. Adam 22 is getting his pimp on. Getting bread off of these emotional. Adam 22 is getting bread off of these emotional gang members. Can I blame him? Absolutely not. If I was a white man, I would get my pimp on as well. You damn right I'm a pimp on these emotional gang members if I was a white man like Adam 22.
From my perspective, that aura is gone. And
how did the interview?
But what did he do to lose the aura?
To the interview.
Just because he did the interview with
about to
Draco?
shut shit down with this fake.
Which you haven't even seen yet. We're going to, I guess, see it tonight.
But wait for Adam, but based on his explanation of it,
we got him.
I'm going off what Spoety said, which was, you talked about how, you can't comment when I see it. You make the threats online, and when you see them, you had a nice conversation.
It wasn't you. I never had a nice conversation with him. What are you talking about? It was never a nice conversation. The conversation was with you a PDF. You went to jail for messing with a minor. I don't like you. I want to fight you right now. I want to beat your ass. That's what the conversation was about. What are you talking about?
Pimp on. See, the only thing that Sporty Face can respond with is violence. Man, I'm gonna beat you up when I see you, cuz. On the dead homies, I'm gonna slap you when I see you, cuz. See, that's the only thing he can respond with. Poetic Flacco was whipping on these dudes psychologically and mentally, and Adam 22 is just pimping on everybody. Poetic Flacco is whipping gang members psychologically, and Adam 22 is pimping on everybody for the money, for the bread. You did.
Like you're supposed to get cracking when you see them. You had a conversation. That's nice.
Okay.
Wait a second. Hold on. Wait.
No.
Wait. Hold on. But like
Adam is over there pimping. Adam is pimping on everybody to get to the money. Poetic Flacco continues to whip gangbangers psychologically. Man, on the dead homies, I'm going to slap Poetic Flacco when I see him. On the dead homies, I'm going to punch on Poetic Flacco. On the dead homies on the set, cuz. On the set, I'm going to punch on Poetic Flacco, cuz.
I have to enter.
We not in each other's face. I see you on a viral moment, man. I'm not doing that.
Y'all about to witness textbook cognitive dissonance and gangbanging derangement syndrome. You're about to witness how people on the West Coast worship gangbangers and think that they're the masters and think that they were born to serve these gangbangers. Because y'all just witnessed a gangbanger call me a bitch multiple times, called me out my name.
Adam, listen, Poetic Flacco is defeating gangbangers psychologically, and Adam 22 is pimping on everybody.
Say he's gonna F me up, say he's gonna slap me. Even before I hopped on the phone, he said these things. I hopped on the phone, kept it respectful, didn't call him out of his name, and I spoke on what I meant. And I defended my right to make a video as a civilian. I hang up
on the set, I'm gonna beat up Poetic Flacco, cuz. On the dead homie, cuz. On the set, I'm gonna beat up Poetic Flacco when I see him, cuz. Man, you dudes sound ignorant and dumb. Poetic Flacco is whipping gang members psychologically, and he's making a whole lot of money doing it. And like I said, Adam 22 is just pimping on everybody. Pimp, pimp on, pimp on. Adam 22 is getting his pimp on.
And you hear Lush One and Bro Rogan. Oh, you got to be more humble. Oh, he's too arrogant. Oh, how dare you talk to the master gangbanger like that? How dare you talk to the master gangbanger like that? Sir, they bleed how we bleed. They ain't special. What makes y'all think a gangbanger is beyond reproach? Like, what makes you think a gangbanger can call you out your name, says he's gonna F you up, says he's gonna violate you, speak to you as if you are not a man, but you don't have a right to respond back? Like, yo, are y'all crazy? Have y'all been on the West Coast for far too long that y'all really believe that a gangbanger is God? These people ain't nobody. They just dusty. That's it. The only difference between a gangbanger and us is they just dusty. Right? Like, they're not more courageous. They're not more brave. They don't got better hands. They don't got better weapons. They just dusty. That's it. I'm sorry. We don't, like, but we're not afraid of no gangbanger. Is you crazy? Man, listen, man, don't let the bezel and the tie fool you, bruh. Right? They don't scare a goddamn thing over here, man.
Stop at me. Stop putting me in your title.
Instagram from that little car, and you make a lot of videos speaking on other people. I'm sorry you can't handle niggas speaking on you.
Just tell the truth.
Let's not get
Just tell
too
the truth.
arrogant, bro.
Just tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
You know you don't. You lie about every story in LA.
Let's not
You're a
get too
liar.
arrogant, man. He be going crazy. This
You're a
right
liar.
here, bro.
I feel like all that tough shit you did online, you didn't keep the same energy.
What tough shit he talking about, man? Like,
But we haven't
getting
seen the
hot.
podcast yet, so that's just like an assumption, right?
Yeah, because they be on that wacko goofy shit.
Yeah, that's what we call a cell warrior.
Yeah.
He's a keyboard. He's a keyboard. He's a cell warrior.
He know he that
All this
too.
shit don't mean nothing, bro. I don't care if he offer fades, he ain't get cracking. So hence that tough shit is out the window.
I mean, but he's at his.
And he basing that on what?
They let him. He said what he said. I ain't about to.
All right, Flacco, appreciate you.
Wait, I wanted to hold him accountable for switching on Bro Rogan too.
Wait, he switched up on you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, because he stopped talking.
Yeah.
Poetic Flacco knows that he can get these gang members in their feelings just by defeating them psychologically because these gang members lack emotional intelligence. Poetic Flacco understands that. Poetic Flacco was getting his money by destroying gangbangers intellectually, and Adam 22 is pimping on everybody.
But like
that's what we call a cell. Do you know what a cell warrior is?
Just somebody who's a tough guy on a cell phone?
Yeah.
No, in the cell. Only talks behind the bars in the cell when they come out in the.
But the switch up he did on me, I don't give a fuck because, like, you know, Flacco, like one of them, he a nigga who
He's a clown.
You know, he didn't really have the girls or the recognition as a kid, and like, you know, when the nigga finally get money.
You can say that if you want, homie. Poetic Flacco, that makes it even worse that a nerd is defeating you psychologically because gang members lack emotional intelligence. This is why they always want to fight. This is why they putting everything on the dead homies. This is why they always put everything on the set because they lack emotional intelligence. Poetic Flacco has taken full advantage of that. Poetic Flacco is pimping on gangbangers. Poetic Flacco is using gangbangers to get wealthy, to get rich. Poetic Flacco has been defeating gang members psychologically. Poetic Flacco has made so much money off of the ignorance of gangbangers to the point to where it ain't even funny. Poetic Flacco has made hundreds of thousands off of gangbangers' ignorance. Please believe that. Poetic Flacco is getting his money, and Adam 22 is just pimping on everybody.
And all of a sudden now you popping, and now you think you better than everybody.
These people truly have a sickness, okay? Because I like to moisturize, right? Just because I like the art of feeling soft doesn't mean these dudes are any more of a man than I am or than we are. Okay, and I speak for most civilians here, bro. You see the sickness? Somehow I think I'm better than them now because I decided to speak up for myself in a back and forth where a man called me a B and say he was gonna slap the ish out of me. Because I speak up for myself in that situation, I'm supposed to think I'm better than them. I'm gonna say this, all right? If you are a non-affiliate or a civilian and you believe a gangbanger should talk to you like that and like you can't say nothing bad because it's the almighty gangbanger, then yeah, I'm probably better than you.
See, what gangbangers don't realize is nobody's really scared of gangbangers like that anymore. Gangbangers have made fools of themselves by hopping on the internet. At one particular time, people was scared of gangbangers, but people ain't scared of gangbangers no more because they see the flaws in these gangbangers. They see that gang members lack intelligence. They see that they lack emotional intelligence. And the only thing they can respond with is by saying, on the dead homies, I'ma slap you when I see you, cuz. On Pyru, blood, when I see you, I'ma beat you up, blood. I'ma beat you up, cuz. On the dead homies on the set. That's the only thing that they respond with. So you got a lot of people who have no respect for gangbangers because they understand that gang members are stupid. Now, you might have gang members who might want to pretend like they're intelligent. All you got to do is trigger them and they'll get emotional and throw all their so-called intelligence right out of the window. All you got to do is trigger them by saying the right thing. Poetic Flacco understands that, and he ain't the only person that understands that. Gang members been defeated psychologically, intellectually, and mentally. Adam 22 is pimping on everybody. Adam 22 has gotten wealthy off of gang politics. You know how much money Adam makes off of gang politics, and he's never lived in the streets. He's never been affiliated with gangs. He's never been in a gang. This is a white boy from New Hampshire who's getting rich off of LA gang politics. He's getting rich off of gang bangers' ignorance. Adam 22 is pimping on everybody to get to the money. Can you blame him? Absolutely not. I'm not even mad at Adam because I'll pimp on you clowns as well if I can get to the bread. You dig? So I'm not mad at Adam for pimping on y'all. Adam should be pimping on y'all. If it ain't going to be Adam 22 pimping on y'all, it's going to be another white man pimping on y'all. Using gang culture to get wealthy, using gang culture to get money, and the white man just sitting back pimping on everybody.
More of a man than you, right? Like you know why? Because I'm not allowing a gangbanger to disrespect or violate just because he a gangbanger, bro. It's not happening. All right. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Under no circumstances, bro, is that going on. And come to find out, I was right the entire time. Because the interview, well, not even the podcast episode with Wack 100 dropped. And we seen the moment that Wack 100 brought DC Baby Draco in the room. Spoety Face didn't leave his seat. Spoety Face didn't want no smoke. Spoety Face didn't even attempt to take off. If it's on site with somebody and they walk in, you're supposed to hop, get to it. I was expecting Wack and 3 other men in the room to be holding him back like, no, bro, don't do it, bro. But he sat in that seat and pretended like he wanted to fade. Yeah, bro, we got to get down, bro. Not even believable.
YouTube streets, so we don't talk about no man unless that man is here.
Oh, yeah, I need to
Oh, no, not you. No, we going to do our podcast. You said you about peace.
I am about.
Okay, we doing the podcast.
We gonna watch that back.
And Hoodie from the hood, like Hoodie from the hood. I gotta be real with you. You can't get mad at Poetic Flacco because Poetic Flacco was doing his job, just like Adam 22 is doing his job. The correctional facility is already pimping on gang members for free labor. They already get paid from your incarceration. Then they get paid from the free labor that you give them because when you get a job in the penitentiary, you are working for pennies on the dollar. So Adam 22 look at it like, well, shit, you was already making crumbs in the penitentiary. I'm a pimp on you to get some money. You know what Adam 22 told King Peele? I'll give you $200. Come do a podcast and tell all your hood business and give all your war stories. I'll give you $200. Adam 22 told King Peele, come and talk about all your hood politics, all your hood business. I'll give you $200. Adam is pimping on you fools. He pimping on you dudes. I'll give you $200 if you talk about your gang politics. And what did King Peele do? Talked about pyro business, talked about hood politics, talked about who snitched, talked about who he had beef with. And Adam 22 is just pimping on everybody. Adam 22 is exploiting gang culture for money, for financial gain. But can you blame Adam 22? Hell no. If I was a white man, I'll be pimping on you fools as well for bread. You dig?
DC Baby Draco walked to his seat. walk to the seat with no type of pressure on him, bruh. How you talk?
Adam 22 told King, I'll give you $200. I'll give you $200. All you got to do is talk about your gang politics and hood business. I'll give you a bigger platform, but tell me all your hood business. Tell me who snitched. Talk about who can't come to the hood. Talk about who snitched to avoid the penitentiary. Come to my platform and talk about all that. Fuck it. I'll give you $200. Yeah, I'll give you $200. Adam 22 is pimping on you dudes. Adam 22 is pimping on you fools.
Online about how you going to do this, you going to do that. It's on site. This, you banned from this, you banned from that. That man came to your hood 3 times comfortable after you banned him. You called him
Adam 22 is the new Jerry Springer, but the only difference is he's exploiting gang members instead of ratchet women and baby mamas. He's just exploiting gang members to talk about hood politics and hood stories. Adam 22 was pimping on everybody to get to that damn money. Yeah, true story. I'll give you $200. All you got to do is talk about your hood politics. Yeah.
You did all of this, and that man walked in a room where you was not expecting him to be, and he skedaddled right to his seat, and you sat there like, nah, bro, I need the fade, bro. Nah, bro, I need the fade. And you never left your seat. But this is who they say I put a false narrative on.
YouTube streets, so we don't talk about no man unless that man is here.
Oh, yeah, I need to.
Oh, no, we gonna do a podcast. You said you about peace.
I am about.
Okay, we doing the podcast. Now, we doing your.
The so-called enemy that it was on site with walked in the room and sat down, and look at, he's smiling. He is smirking and grinning, smiling, happy as heck that Wack is saying.
Shout out to Royalty for blessing us with the Cash App. I appreciate you, Royalty, for the Cash App. Shout out to my man Psycho. Shout out to Psycho T for blessing us with a Cash App. This is the first time that I've seen Psycho T, but he blessed us with a beautiful Cash App. I appreciate that. And shout out to my girl Ambitions of a Rider for being a loyal supporter and being down with King Supreme.
Hey, bro. Wack put one hand on him. Hey, bro, let's just podcast, man. He made no attempt whatsoever to get busy and get down.
Podcast. Wack could have saved this for his own shit. Now, we got paperwork on the table, and guess what? I didn't make this man today.
LA gang members, I'm gonna be real, man. LA gang members, man, you guys are making black culture look bad. The white man is pimping on you for easy money. He told King Pill, I'll give you $200 to talk about your hood politics. Damn, Adam, you only gonna give me $200. Adam said, man, look at it like this, brother. I'm giving you exposure. I'm giving you the opportunity to create a bigger and better platform for yourself. Come over here, talk about your hood politics. I'm going to give you $200. Come over here and talk about your hood politics, and I'm going to give you $200. Adam 22. Adam 22 is pimping on everybody, and I can't get mad. Adam, pimp, pimp, boom, 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 pimp. Pimp on. I'll give you $200 to talk about your hood politics.
Never seen it before in my life. Dead on us. First time I'm there, bro. I know what nigga is because he's respectable.
Wack put a finger on it. Wack said, chill, man, chill. And he chilled while his enemy is across from him in the chair, having a good time, relaxed. He is swiveling back and forth in his chair, dangling his toes, smirking, having a good old. He is smirking and enjoying the fact that Wack 100 is telling him, chill, don't do it, peace talk. Because he thought he would have had to prove that it was really on site. But with Wack saying chill, that right there was, I guess, is out. You feel me? But he thinks
that Adam is going viral posting these hood videos. Adam gonna give you $200, but he's gonna go viral off these videos and get filthy rich. I'll give you $200. All you got to do is talk about your hood politics. Meanwhile, the video goes viral and Adam makes all the money exploiting gangbang culture in the black community. Adam is pimping on everybody, and I can't be mad at him. If you guys gonna let Adam pimp on you, then you deserve to be pimped on by Adam. Meanwhile, the video goes viral and Adam gives you $200.
Says, oh, bro, we got to get down, bro. That was enough. No. My assessment was correct.
Oh shit!
You said it was on site, and as a gangbanger, you were obligated to perform. You didn't perform. You had a conversation with this man for 2 hours when you told people it was on site. That ain't the tiny loc general. That ain't the ways of a tiny loc general.
A tiny loc general, which one of you niggas try me?
I mean, he went to your hood 3 times after you banned him, bruh. How much more could he try? He showed up at your podcast unexpected. How much more do you want him to try you, sir? And you know what proceeded to happen, bro? They proceeded to have a nice conversation, all right, about hood vlogs in LA. And Spoety Face, bro, he just sounded.
Hey man, check this out, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, man, and I'm gonna save this content for tomorrow. You know, Sonny said that FBA we're jealous of Chicanos and the blacks are not Seminoles, so we're gonna post that for tomorrow morning. And later on tonight, I got some more heat. I got some more content. Shout out to everybody for supporting the platform in a major way. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. Pimp, pimp on, pimp, pimp on. Adam 22 is pimping on everybody. I'll give you $200 to talk about your hood politics. Meanwhile, the video goes viral and Adam gives you $200 to talk about all your hood politics. Adam is exploiting gangbangers for easy money. Adam is pimping on everybody, and I can't even get mad at Adam. If I was a white man, I would pimp on you gangbangers as well. I would literally pimp on you gangbangers if I was Adam. If I was a white man like Adam, you damn right I'll pimp on these gangbangers. The video goes viral. He's making money off the videos and gang politics on several platforms, and he gives you $200 to discuss your hood politics. Meanwhile, the video goes viral and Adam gets all the money. Hey man, peace to all my people out there. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Poetic Flacco has defeated gangbangers psychologically to get to the money, and Adam 22 is pimping on everybody. Oh my God, man. On the dead homies, I'm going to punch on Crip, nigga. On Crip, cuz I'm going to slap Poetic Flacco when I see you, cuz on Paru. I'm on Blood. I'm going to slap Poetic Flacco when I see him, Blood. On the dead homies, I'm going to slap Poetic Flacco, cuz. You think Poetic Flacco is tripping off of that? Poetic Flacco is making money off of gang members. He's making money off of the ignorance of gang members. He knows that you're going to respond emotionally. He knows that you're going to put it on the dead homies about what you're going to do to him when he see you, when you see him. He knows you're going to put it on the dead homies. He knows you're going to put it on the set. Man, on Crip, on the set, on the dead homies, I'm going to slap Poetic Flacco, cuz. Anyway, man, peace, love, and blessings to everybody. Shout out to you, Bam Bam. I appreciate you, Bam Bam. You know what I mean? Shout out to the FMA. I know a few cats from FMA. You know what I mean? Mid-City, Los Angeles, Washington Boulevard. I appreciate you pulling up, Bam Bam. Shout out to the Chicanos and the Raza who rocks with Red Supreme. It's all love. It ain't no hatred, baby. You know, but at the same time, I got to call out people over there just like I got to call out my people over here. At the end of the day, I'm creating content and I'm just calling out ignorance. Racism has never been a part of my life. I don't really care to hate any particular group of people. I will call out the ignorance from any group. I don't care if it's my people. I don't care if it's anybody. When it's time to call out the ignorance, I'm gonna call out the ignorance no matter what race or what group it comes from. I will point it out. I'm a content creator at the end of the day, and it's my job to put the people up on game. King Supreme in a major way. Make sure that you guys bless the like button. It ain't nothing. I got to get up out of here. And yes, I'm gone.